Good evening, friends. Namaste. I I think so. Everything is going well, and after such a longer period of time, I present you a topic that is known as POSH, that is prevention of sexual harassment at workplace. So this topic is specifically that linked with specifically a gender specific, that is female, and from the topic you also came to know it is at the workplace means the corporates also, in the small cottage industries also, in the small offices also, and even at the village level or taluka level or district level, small offices are there. So this is actually workplace where harassment takes place against the women. So it comes under that act of prevention of sexual harassment, and act year is 2013. So let's start with this topic, but before moving further, this is only a this it is part 1 where I give you a basic insight about where I give you basic insight about just wait. First one is that circumstances lead to the harassment. So there is something, a background behind under which actually circumstance takes place. I take few examples also through the representation of table, which is taken from reliable sources or website of labor organization. It is a PDF actually from where I have taken. Secondly, what are the employer duties against the employee to prevent all these circumstances or instances shouldn't occur within a office or at the workplace. Then third one is constitution of internal complaint committee. Now, where in within an organization there should be some specific committee or sector should be present who should actually handle all these problems where women is facing due to sexually harass. Then constitution of local complaint committee. It is not possible to in each and every place of organization to form or frame the internal committee. So accordingly there are different local complaint committees also present. So what is actually sexual harassment? It is something which is unwelcome sexual advances, like if someone touches inappropriately with your senses, five senses, intelligence, mind, brain, whatever the specifically the senses which you can identify, this advance is not proper, it is inappropriate from the person against the victim, a person who is aggrieved मतलब जो उससे पीड़ित हुआ है, that he affected by such act. It is not restricted to physical touch, verbal also. Verbal means they are nearby office, there is a certain place or canteen is present. In that canteen, people people are using what? Bad words bad words which are not proper according to society, which and they are audible to you while doing a work. So it comes into verbal sexual harassment. If and then physical conduct, sexual nature. So I'll take example of physical conduct, sexual nature in this next slide. Intimidating, hostile and offensive working environment. So it creates such kind of environment where explicit things are fine within an office. If some poster is present which is actually intimidating, or because of that the environment is such that which create a problem to the workforce, specifically to a woman. Then sexually colored remark. If they give you a remark related to which is sexually or which is illicit in nature, then surely it comes under the sexual harassment. So these are the few points which comes under sexual harassment. They may differentiate according to the condition and scenario. Before moving further, I want to say that this is only for purpose of knowledge and education purpose. So so you are able to know what is actually sexual harassment, but there are wide number of terms or terminologies should be there, should be present, which may affect or which comes under the this sexual harassment topic. Now, so what is actually sexual harassment is, and what is not sexual that sexual harassment actually. So first I start with what is a sexual harassment. A male supervisor asking a female staff to stay back late in the evening as his wife is away, so that he can spend some time getting to know her better each other. So this I have taken from PDF ILO, International Labor Organization, mainly PDF is present. So here is what, that the person is doing something which is beyond, which is not normal or which is abnormal, that his wife is away and he he said that you remain here for a late night in the evening. And second, a new female employee being told by her supervisor that as project funds are low, our project funds are low, she will have to share the hotel room with him. For an example, if you are for the purpose of any work related to either labor or any present in corporates, whenever there's a present, you need to visit different places, either for the presentation of your company or products and services. Then your boss or supervisor told that no, there's a expense, I want to cut down the expenses, and we are not having enough fund. So what we can do, we share a one hotel room. So this is actually basic fundamental right, that it comes is a basic fundamental right, that supervisor advances and now he is constantly finding fault with her work. It happens actually that when you are working in a company, then a supervisor said that, oh, why shouldn't you create intimacy with him, so that I will promote you in the nearby future. So these kind of things occurs. A male boss hugging a female staff and kissing her on the cheek to show his appreciation for her good work. There are annual meetings are there. In annual meetings, the award should be given, and during the award period, he takes benefit of that instance, then do all these activities which are improper. Male staff displaying pornographic material on their desktop in full view of the other female staff. Some people are not some people, I am saying that a person who is offender actually do all these activities displaying the pornographic material on the table, so he can uh, sexually harass that female. A female staff in an organization is offended and upset by the frequent whistles and loud comments from some of the security guards at the adjoining institute. Like, and they are at the adjoining institute, there are security guards are there. Whenever there's lunch is there or whenever there's group meeting is there within a day, they use some slang words which are improper. Then female staff also complain regarding that. A young woman is touched on her back. Why? Stroked or touched on her back by male colleague as he thought her sari blouse too low and felt that it had provoked him. So it also comes under the this category. A male supervisor in jam factory follows a female worker into the toilet, saying she might have concealed stolen articles in her clothing. So few industries are there. I'm not talking about corporates. And jam industries, if I'm talking about big tycoons, their jewelry or showroom here there, what happened, then once you leave the showroom or store, then proper checking should be done of the clothes, but that should be done by female member. If male member is checking, it also comes under sexual harassment. Secondly, the category. Now what is actually not this comes under this category, a female employee being asked to stay back late to the complete a project work that is overdue for submission. It doesn't come because it comes under work, because you haven't project work is there and there's requirement, last date is there, we need to submit this project. A male supervisor issuing warning to female subordinate who is always late to work. So it is doesn't come because this is related to work and it doesn't actually influence or come, it gives indication of harassment. Loud talk and sharing of cricket match stories in office space and disturbing the environment, where loud talk is going on, but it is related to cricket matches. Even even any other thing, like for an example, if a discussion about any spiritual thing is going on, or thirdly, if discussion about any book which is related to any, for example, habits of a person and all these things. So it doesn't comes under this purview. Taking personal calls in the office and not completing tasks. So it is also not harassment. Keep feet upon the table in office and vandalizing office furniture and equipment, consuming alcohol in office premises. This doesn't come under this harassment, but this point is against the ethics of the work or organization. Wherever you work, it comes under professional ethics. It shouldn't be allowed. Alcohol shouldn't be drink while you should do work within any company. So this gives you basic idea about what comes, or there are lot of points which should comes under the purview of this or which may not. Now, impact of sexual harassment. So there is impact on sexual harassment on the employee at three level. First one is, first I discuss about this at individual level. Individual, that there is a psychological suffering to an individual. There's a reduce in the motivation and loss of if someone is having such kind of humiliation taking place, how he is self-esteem and he lost his trust, the confidence level actually bring up down brought down. Behavioral change including isolation, because within a society he doesn't she doesn't interact with a lot of people. Because of that, what happened, that isolation created, because whenever she moves outside, the outside or join a workplace, then people gossip about all these things. Because of that, emotional withdrawal from friend, family and co-workers. Stress related to physical mental illness. Stress physical mental illness, because what happened, once you are entrapped by in society, not accepted by society, what happens, psychological suffering. The psychological suffering indirectly creates stress in your physical and mental illness, and because of that, a lot of diseases may occur. Professional losses. Nobody is going to hire you that on the basis of previous background check. May happen because your mentality develop at that level, because you are not able to give interview properly in your next company, because of the fear or the trauma which you feel gone through actually in the previous company. Or leaving employment, you will leave employment because of the environment is such that each of them is looking at you like you are a culprit, but the actual offender or culprit is a person who actually harassed you. He remains safe by any there's there any link between them or something. I have seen all these I have not seen actually practically, maybe it happens. Now employer or enterprise, now you are in a trauma, so what you can give you company, because company needs a work, because of that your productivity is impaired, judgment, teamwork, demotivation, you remain absent, and turnover is highest on from a female side. Hindered progress, your progress will be stopped, because you that you are on the, you are highlighted that she is not working properly. So because of that, progress hindered. Innovation due to lack of trust and team spirit, means you're due to lack of innovation or team spirit also. How team spirit lost? Because your team knows what happens against you. So because of that, you feel low actually, or employers get not get such efficiency which you give earlier. Poor image of company, no applicants will fill vacancies at workplace. This is very important point. Once 2 3 instances occur in a company, then the repo of the company actually demolish or deteriorate. Because of that, no employee female employee want. Circumstances under which actually it occurs. First one is preferential treatment in employment. Why should harassment? These are the practices going on. For example, if you are a clerk at a within a company, then your boss said that I'll promote you to this level, but I want physical contact with you. So these are so detrimental threat in employment. Few times it may happen, you if you are not going to create a physical intimacy with your boss or anyone or a colleague, then threat is there. The boss is known to me, I am working for here for 10 to 20 years, you are demoted because of that. So these are threats actually which create circumstances. Detrimental threats about a present employment status. Now you also think about your performance is low, and your boss also turn to you each and every time. Because of that, what happened? That employee is not having option, because about present and future employment status, because there is a what you can say, there's a reduction in the number of employees takes place in a company where profit doesn't takes place. So what happened? Because of that, there is always fear or threat going on within a mind that it shouldn't be happen with me, and under that circumstances employer or your senior may take advantage. Now creating an intimidating or offensive or hostile work environment, the examples which we have taken, but displaying of cell phone which is having show actually represent a nudity in front of the female, this is an intimidating environment. Creating a poster where creating a poster and stick at the on the wall, that which is properly visible intimidating, that is also there. And hostile environment which you are not able to substance, humiliating treatment likely to affect health or safety, or treat you like that, you are involving treat you like that and humiliate you once the instances or circumstances occur with you regarding sexual harassment. This may affect your health or safety also. Now employee duties. Above we have read about what are the actually circumstances which occurs senior may take undue advantage against you, against your will. So it may be present. First one is the safe working environment. How the environment will become safe? First of all, security through cam. There's a requirement of cameras which should be present at at the within the vicinity of the company, so that each and every corner should be visible. Yeah. Is display at conspicuous place of penal consequences. Now what is conspicuous place? Like there's a notice board should be present. In notice board you may write down that if offense, if you do this offense, you are penalized for 3 years in a jail, and there should be a fine of this much. If you do stalking any girl or stalking any woman during or you followed that by through the stalking, then you comes under voyeurism or all the voyeurism or different sections of IPC, which we discuss later in part. Now, organize workshops and awareness programs. Once a new employee or a new joinee arrive within a company, so what is there? You should give a training regarding the product and services. But in addition to that, you should also give a knowledge or information or awareness about this sexual harassment of women at workplace in top during the training. It is important. Now, necessary facilities to internal and local committees. So wherever the organization present, administration present, each and every offices, there should be some committee within which you may apply or complain about the the instances which may occur or file the complaint. So assistance to file complaint under IPC, because in local committee you file a complaint, but under IPC if you want to find a complaint, then you need to take a help of any lawyer or a woman lawyer, which should be any lawyer, which should be involved in practice and to help you under what code, under what section of Indian Penal Code the culprit or the offender should be punished. Initiate action against misconduct. Once you any misconduct occur, then what happen? Because practically happen, you give strict warning to that person. This shouldn't be happen next time. If you do that, then initiate action by putting a complaint in an internal committee. If internal committee is not giving you a proper response, then what you can do, you take a help of any lawyer or legal advisor which may help you in this particular instance. Or monitor timely submission of report by internal committee. Now employer duty, because there are committees within a committee, their report should be formed. Within that report, their the uh, the description given this year, this much complaints filed in regarding sexual harassment. These much are proper and fake. Their fake complaints are also present to take the grudges or enemies among the employees. And this much of the settlement assortment taken place in the during the hearing. Now, constitution of internal complaint committee. Before moving further, what is internal committee? Within every company, there is an internal complaint committee, which we is professional ethic in the name of ethical department or any other name. It should be present. Internal complaint committee should be present in every branch of the, either in a every branch or a centralized branch, so that anyone is having complaint or is aggrieved by aggrieved by harassment, then she may complain regarding this. So how does this constitution of this takes place? Constitute at all administrative office. It shouldn't be there that it present within whole state only single administrative office, but it should be present in throughout wherever administrative office is present. It should be present. Consist of member women at senior level as presiding officer. So this is the composition. One presiding officer, which should be women, and one member from NGO. One member from NGO, because non-government organization, any NGO which is doing social work related to women is eligible, or the lawyer or advocate legal having legal knowledge regarding this topic. Half member nominated shall be women. If 10 members are there, minimum 5 should be women. 2 members experience in social work or have legal knowledge. 2 of the members should compulsorily knowledge of social work and legal knowledge. And one of the great advantage that these people doesn't remain constantly for a period of 10 years, 20 years. Every 3 years, new nomination takes place. And the one person should be always from senior level of the committee. Now, let's now local complaint committee. It is not possible to form each and every place internal committee. So at the level of village, taluka, there is the formation of local complaint committee. So where the internal complaint committee is not present, at this place, whatever, the local complaint committee is present. Now, by the government notification, there should be formation of agency regarding this, and the DM, ADM, collector or deputy collector is responsible for this, handling this. Now, one nodal officer at a block means district magistrate, additional district magistrate, and deputy collector. These are acting as a, or one nodal officer at the block should be present. Now, forward local complaint committee. Now, there should be this, once the complaint received, then it should be forwarded to the local complaint committee. Now, the procedure, what is there, how many number of days does it take, what is the limitation period, that we will discuss in part 2. Now, jurisdiction to the areas of districts. The local complaint committee should be present. Jurisdiction means the area in which actually the company resides, In within that period, these are having the authority, this in local complaint committee, to take action against or to take investigation or inquiries in that particular area. Chairperson, eminent woman in the field of social work. Chairperson there in the internal complaint committee. Then there is also senior level. There is also chairman who is having a social work experience. Eminent means a highly experienced woman. One woman member working in block, in ward or municipality. Another member who is having experience in block, ward or municipality. Then two members, at least one woman nominated from NGO. One is having legal knowledge, and one is at village taluka level, a member of backward classes, SC, ST, and OBC. Period of nomination is same, 3 years, which is similar to internal complaint committee. Now, grants and audits should be provided, means whenever it is not possible everywhere by handling by the company, but there are specific agency which should be maintained by or managed by DM, ADM, or collector on their orders to grant or means the monetary benefit provided to them, so that a person is who is not having money, labor, who is from backward classes, then who take benefit of this. And audits means similarly in the corporate sector, audits takes place here also at the village level or industrial level. Audits takes place and report should be prepared every year. So this is all about a basic uh, purview on a bird eye view, I can say. What are the circumstances, and what employer can do, and where does it what are the committee. First one is internal committee at corporate level. Local complaint committee, whenever it is not present anywhere, not possible to make such committee, it is in part 1. In part 2 we further discuss how complaints should be made and to whom it should be made. Third, what is the limitation period, and what is the procedure. Actually, procedural part we will do in next video. So thank you very much. See you in the next part.